Hello and welcome to the SUTV show once again as we look ahead to the game at Wolves this weekend. Carlos Saba, as ever, is alongside me to have a look back at the Brighton game first. We have to get that out of the way, Carl. Disappointing, obviously, but your thoughts on the 90 minutes and what you saw?
Yeah, obviously we all turned up with huge anticipation and hope, and the build-up of the match, the manager saying, look, we're going to maybe change philosophy and fans have got to stick with us because we're looking long-term in the game. We're not necessarily going to throw everything straight away and be expansive and open ourselves up. We're going to wait and take the opportunity. And unfortunately, a rash decision, a bit of a crazy tackle, and 13 minutes later, everything's out the window and the script had gone.
Before that, it wasn't such a bad start, was it?
No,
Before
well,
Mason was sent off.
The boys, they acquitted themselves. It's Brighton. They're a really good team. They pass. They're structured. They've got exciting players. The boy had just come back from the African Nations Cup, so you had two extremely exciting wingers up against you. But we were doing okay. And as I say, it was just one of those, Osula was pressing, everyone was pressing, and we had a good shape about us. And then, the tackle changes everything. And it's something that he's put his hands up. He's apologised to his teammates and everyone. And unfortunately, it happens in football.
As a consequence of that dismissal, we saw a change of role for James McAtee, who I thought was excellent throughout wherever he was on the pitch. In terms of how he's developed this season compared to when he was here last season, how would you comment on that?
His physical stature now, the way he plays the game, he's as strong as anyone. I thought he was outstanding against Brighton. Osula came off and we had a more compact shape, and we were using Harmer and McAtee to break. There were moments McAtee did just what McAtee does, absolute brilliant technical stuff, his body swerves and his use of the ball, brilliant. There was a moment with Gus Harmer who just went through half the Brighton team, and you were hoping he was going to finish because he'd done so much. He must have gone through 5 of the players. He's on the outside coming in, and you're hoping he was going to shoot with the outside of his foot. But he's so unselfish. He's tried to cross. I would have been shooting, just not accepting any blame for not passing because he'd done so well. But there were glimpses. We did concede, but we regrouped. It wasn't like they went and they swarmed us with 5, and there were still chances. And just mystified with the Ben Osborne goal because I don't know how it was on TV, but from where I was, it was as though VAR were going to keep on looking and hunting until they found something to disallow the goal for. That's how it was feeling.
That's a whole other show completely, Carl, one that we don't have time for right now. But I will mention Wes Foderingham as well here. His attitude and application, he had a couple of games out of the team. He's found himself back in the team. Made actually some good saves last week.
Yeah, we spoke when the new keeper signed that, it's not necessarily that's Wes out the door. It's the manager's going to pick the players on merit. And after Gerbic had recovered from the concussion, Wes's performance against Luton, where he made some great saves and he was part of the winning team, justified his selection. And again, I thought he made some good saves against Brighton.
Well, we'll look ahead to the Wolves game in a few moments. But before that, we're going to hear from Will Osula and Austin Trusty, who've been trying their hand at a bit of basketball with the Sheffield Sharks.
Yes, guys, I've made it to Sheffield, a city that loves American sports, and I thought, well, let's put some of the Sheffield United players to the test and see if they're as good on the basketball court as they are on the football pitch. Benji, Rodney, Austin, Will, welcome to the weekend. Thank you for coming down here, the home of Sheffield Sharks. I wanted to put your skills to the test, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Austin, I've got to come to you first, all right? You're from the US. Basketball is a huge sport there, as we know. Who's your team?
Sixers.
The Sixers. You must struggle to watch the Sixers because the time difference. You've got to be in bed early. What, are you always catching up on highlights or what?
It's a lot of highlights.
Yeah.
A lot of highlights.
Just quickly, NBA All-Star Games coming up very shortly. Anyone that you're looking forward to seeing in that?
I mean, I like seeing it all. I like, I appreciate what LeBron has done over this last career. I don't feel like he gets enough credit for what he's done. I like his team. I like his style. I like his play. Looking forward to that. I think
We'll
he's
see
gonna kill
what he can do.
Yeah.
Any of these guys LeBron level yet?
it. We'll see. I see something. I see something.
Okay, that's all we need. That's all we need. That's all we need.
And Will, for yourself, what would you rate your basketball game out of 10?
10, of course.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
Rodney, would you say the same?
Wait, compared to them? 8. Bro, the camera's rolling. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not just all about talking. We can't come down here to the basketball courts and not play a game. The popular basketball game, Horse. We're going to change the name to Shark, of course, because we're here. You get 5 letters. The idea, obviously, is to not get any of those letters. I'm going to let you guys choose teams. You'll get a shot. If you make the shot, you don't get the letter. The next person will come in, they'll attempt the exact same shot. If you miss it, then you get deducted a point, you get added a letter on. Let's mix the teams up. All right, Benji, I'm going to come to you. Team captains, you've seen these guys. Who are you picking first?
I like your confidence.
Okay,
I'm
all
going
right,
with
so we've
you.
got Benji
That's
and
right.
Will.
Me and
All right.
Will. That's right.
Rodney
More
and
about that
Austin.
confidence.
Okay. I'm the most confident in my skills, so I'm going to go on my own. Those two and those two against me. This is Horse, aka Shark. Let's get to it. All right, Austin, you're first up.
All right, we're here behind.
Bro, what are you doing, Goofy? Man, what is you doing? First shot, Goofy.
Oh!
Can I just do this, yeah?
Do whatever you want.
Whatever you want. You almost made it, though. He got an S
No,
there.
bro, don't shake my hand, bro.
I think, yeah, you got the J's on.
Okay, all right.
Hey, that wasn't bad, though.
One-footed? Okay. Dang. All right. Easy.
Nice shot, baby. Nice shot.
Oh! Not off to a great start. Not off to a great start.
Hey, man, you got J's on, I'm just saying. Oh, man.
Right, we're getting there. I'm on the S and the H. See, these guys are laughing at me. Come on, you're up. Austin, you're up. Come on.
Shoot whatever shot you want.
Oh,
Yup.
Too much grip. Too much grip.
Youngin. Youngin! Yup.
That's why I picked you.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to let y'all know that's my job.
Sky hook.
You got to copy this?
Yeah, this is go-to. Take your time, Chad. Okay. Oh. Damn. You started out all right in that joint, you know what I mean?
I'm losing. Shock.
We're gonna do a left-handed shot.
Okay.
Bank. Right here.
Left-handed.
Just,
So weird,
just,
bro.
just easy.
Left-handed shot bank. All right, that's easy. Yeah, that's easy.
Just like that.
It has to be off the backboard.
You want a soft touch. That's not bad. That's not bad, though. That's not bad.
That was all right.
Yeah. That's not bad, though.
It looks easy when you watch it on TV, right?
Uh-oh, that's cash.
Hey.
Oh! That's cash.
But that.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
Oh, that's off.
Come on.
Tell you what.
Oh, what's he doing here?
I like that.
Shoot it over the backboard.
Yep.
Good look, good look.
I want you to do that, your neck.
That's fine.
Big shot.
Yep, I want you to do that, bro. Some odd stuff that you be doing.
Oh!
No,
Didn't even get over the backboard. Let me go again.
no way.
Did you get that? Camera rolling?
Oh!
S-H-A-R. I've got one more life. That's it. Right, who's up?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh my days, bro. Have you took a normal shot today?
Only problem is the camera. Bro.
Over the
Go on the
GoPro,
other side.
please.
I want, yeah, but I
Yeah,
said
go on the other side.
I want y'all other side. You don't want that invoice.
So goofy.
Oh,
Hey, it's kind of hard, isn't it?
It is hard. Yeah, you gotta cut
I
that.
count.
Half court shot.
Show us, bro. You got it.
Uh-oh.
Right on.
Ooh. S-H-A-R-K. Shock. I'm the loser. Guys, been a pleasure to chat to you. Nice to be here in Sheffield. Good luck for the rest of the season. Hey, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, it looked like they had a good time there. You can tell who the American was, Carl, can't you, in that?
Yeah, but Will's
Andy
very,
Austin Trusty.
He's very confident, Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, time now to hear from Sheffield United's Player of the Month for January, as voted by you, the fans. It is none other than Ben Brereton Diaz.
Congratulations, Ben. You've been voted the Player of the Month by the fans for January. Safe to say that you've settled in at Sheffield United.
Yeah, it's been a great start. All the lads have been brilliant towards me, the staff and the fans. So it's been a dream start for me really in the Premier League at Sheffield United. So it's been great, yeah.
And obviously you scored during your Premier League debut against West Ham. That must have been a proud moment.
No, definitely a proud moment for myself and my family, and I was just happy to get off the mark as soon as possible and to show my new team and the new fans what I'm a bit about. So that was good, and yeah, looking forward to many games to come.
And also you followed that goal up with another at Crystal Palace. Talk us through the finish.
No, yeah, it was a pretty mad start to the game. In 20 seconds, going 1-0 up. So that was probably the fastest goal I've ever scored. So it was a great moment to follow on from the West Ham game. But yeah, really enjoyed it and happy I could get off the mark again.
Thanks, Ben. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
So really good news for Sheffield United this week was Ollie Arblaster putting pen to paper on a new contract. Carl, just a brief thought from you before we hear from him.
I just like the pictures on social media of Billy Sharp leaning over to him when Ollie was a ball boy. I thought it was just a wonderful picture and incredible. The lad's done so well to get so far, so quickly and so highly thought of.
Well, let's hear from the man himself now. Here he is, Ollie Arblaster.
Ollie, a new deal now until the summer of 2028. Congratulations. Can you give us your immediate reaction?
Yeah, no, obviously I'm buzzing to finally sign a long-term deal with my boyhood club, and I feel like now it's just done, set on paper. I'm buzzing and can't wait to kick on.
The manager's spoken over the last few weeks in the media about trying to get this done, so it must be a bit of a relief now to see it all come to fruition.
Yeah, I've seen a few bits about signing my deal and things like this, but these things they don't just happen obviously overnight. But like I say, I'm absolutely buzzing for it to finally happen and just kick on now.
Chris Wilder's been very complimentary about you in the press, as we've just said. Hearing those kind of words, that must give you a huge boost for your confidence.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen he's put trust in Will, Brooksay. They've all signed long-term deals, and yeah, I'm hoping that I can repay the faith and go and perform on the pitch for him also.
Yeah, and seeing that faith in the likes of Brooks and Will Osula, as you've said, shows a real commitment to youth being made here at Sheffield United. That must be not just a boost for you, but obviously everyone in the youth department too. Yeah,
there's a lot of hard work gets put into the academy, and everything that the staff do, if it's early sessions, staying late, we've got all the help there, and coming through Sheffield United, every person who's in the academy's got a real chance here, because honestly they give you everything you need, and it's a great place to develop. And yeah, as you can see coming through, there's quite a few players that are coming through now, and I feel it's really exciting for Sheffield United.
So just picking up on your situation, we spoke recently actually about your loan at Port Vale, which was very successful for you. Then you picked up the injury, of course, but obviously in and around the first team squad again, so you must have progressed really well from that. Yeah,
it was an injury which was a bit weird. It was only, it was just a deep cut which was on my knee, but it was one that was just a bit awkward, and I got it stitched up and everything, and I've been back on the grass for over a few weeks now, and been back joining in the squad sessions, and yeah, it's really good, and just trying to learn every day and take it into games.
And you've had the under-21s game as well. I think you got an hour there, so that must have helped build things up for you too.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling fit again, and like you say, when I was out on loan playing a lot of games, I felt really fit, and I'm feeling like I'm really getting back to that. And the sessions are tough here, and that's what I feel I need as well. And I feel I'm only getting stronger day by day.
So attention now turns to a trip to Molineux this weekend as the Blades take on Wolves, a fixture that will bring happy memories back from earlier in the season.
Yeah, our first win in the league. But of course, the way I was saying it the other day, certain things you can always use to fire yourselves up, and Wolves are going to be using that defeat at Bramall Lane to fire themselves up. So it's another massive game, isn't it? Another cup final in a season of constant cup finals.
We were talking off air about, you know, the gulf in class between the top teams in the Premier League and the teams down the bottom. It's no longer, is it, a gulf between top 6 and the bottom. You're going way down to 14, 15, 16, 17, even where Crystal Palace are. Yeah. You know, you look at the players that they have at their disposal, a couple of £50 million player plus. That's right. In their squad.
If you think Palace have been in the Premier League now 10 seasons, that's £1 billion. We're playing catch up on £1 billion. Infrastructures with the academies now, they're all Cat 1 academies or Cat A academies where they're bringing through the cream. You know, it's so hard to bridge the gap. You used to be able to do it by effort alone, by trying to work, but all the Premiership teams now, they're so physical, and the gap from Championship to the Premier League, the lowest level of the Premier League, is just massive. And you know, we're seeing it this season. You have to play your A game, everything perfect to get a result.
Wolves are one of those. They've managed to establish themselves over the last few years. Gary O'Neill's doing a great job, but they've had some big results of late, most recently at Spurs. What kind of game are you expecting at Molineux?
Well, we're struggling with injuries. We've got a bit of an injury crisis at the moment where we're not sure what managers got to pick from. But a battle in display. I think we've seen, of course, the scoreline against Brighton belies what we saw. The performance is there, the hard work's there, and I just hope that we're able to acquit ourselves in the right manner, you know, get some belief again, because the way the boys played against Luton is the benchmark. That's what you've got to be trying to replicate. And you know, they've had another hard week's training, trying to get things right for Wolves, who we know are going to be a really stern test. And you've got Tommy Doyle, who's going to be shooting from anywhere, trying to get on the score sheet, because he's gone on and he's established himself now in the Wolves team, and he's doing really well.
For the manager, it's about reaction, isn't it? He's had it after the Villa defeat at Luton. He needs to see it again at Wolves after the Brighton game.
Yeah, and we're talking about so many players coming out of contract. You've got to justify being part of what's going to happen next. You know, it's looking like there's going to be a rebuild in the summer. You've got to justify being part of that rebuild. It's not all rosy away from Bramall Lane. You know, some people may think they're out of contract and they go... It's not that simple. If you're part of a team that's not doing so well, you've got to turn it around, because you've got to be judged as part of a team. So the manager's looking for a reaction, but the players themselves, they've got to start, you know, not that they haven't all season, but they've got to be proving their worth to be part of what goes on under Chris Wilder, and whether he wants to keep them as part of the nucleus of the team going forward. So there's so much to play for. The season's not over. You know, we start, and I'm forever the optimist, and I know everyone, the games are running out, but all you can do is win your next game and then see where a run can take you. So the boys have got to acquit themselves as well as they can, and they've got the players, they've got the ability, they've got the desire and the hard work. We've seen it. Now we just need, like when Gus Harmer, he had the chance away at Luton on a 50-50 when he's booked on the halfway line, and he didn't risk himself because the team ethic and staying in the game was more apparent in his head. You know, we need other players to take that on now. That, you know, the bigger picture is you've got to stay in the game, and if you get booked or sent off, it can affect the whole team. So we need a bit more of a shared, you know, responsibility and go forward, because it's still so much to fight for.
You'll have been on the wrong end of some heavy defeats during your time as a player. Excuse the noise in the background if that's coming through. That's some of the players playing darts, getting very competitive next door. But you'll have been on the wrong end of some heavy defeats during your time as a player. How much is it about what comes from within in terms of getting a response, and how much are you looking towards the manager to give you that lift?
Yeah, of course you need the manager and the coaching staff to restore your own self-belief. You know, a lot of the time you do need a little, you know, you've got this, you're that, and just to, but most of it's got to come from you, because you're part of a team, but your own performances are being judged. You've just got to set your own standards, and you know yourself if you can run harder, if you can tackle harder, if you can put yourself, and I feel the boys can do that. The boys, you're only up against other players, and if you want to play in the Premiership, you've got to show you're as good or better than them. and that's it. That's the challenge now. Every game, try and beat your opposite number.
And there has to be an opportunity for the players to show what they're all about. When you look at the fixtures that are coming up after the Wolves game, the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United, Bournemouth in between as well.
Yeah, there's massive gap, but these are games you need to, whoever's lucky enough to be selected against Wolves, you've got to justify your selection against, you dream of playing against Arsenal in the Premier League. I've never played against Arsenal in the Premier League or Man United in the Premier League. You've got you're privileged, you've earned the right, but you've got to deserve it. You've got to show the manager you're the one to be picked, because at the moment you've got a lot of young talent coming through at this club. We've just re-signed Arblaster, who's coming back. They're itching to get into this team, and you've got Andre Brooks. You know, the squad has to have the mentality that we've got to be the best we can be when we're on that pitch.
Carl, thank you. Fingers crossed for a positive result then at Wolves this coming weekend. That's as far as we go this time, but don't forget we're back next week to preview the Arsenal game here on the SUTV show. Bye-bye for now.